You're watching the Central Post. This is Samiksha. Ajay. Yesterday, whole world eyes were on Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh, where Gaza Peace Summit unfolded. It's supposed to be all about diplomacy, right? Ending a war after all. But what we got was more like a reality show, with a side of awkward silences and unexpected drama. Over 20 countries gathered in Sharm el-Sheikh. France's Macron was there, Italy's Meloni was there, the UN chief was there, USA's Trump was there. It was literally who's who of global politics. But Israel's Netanyahu? No. He skipped due to a holiday. Hamas? Absent. Iran? Also skipped. And India? We sent our Minister of State, Kirti Vardhan Singh, but PM Modi himself didn't attend. Officially, the reason was short notice, but unofficially, analysts whispered, maybe PM Modi avoided standing next to Pakistan's PM in a very, very close photo op. Even though Prime Minister Narendra Modi wasn't physically there, but India literally dominated the headlines. Trump said, India is a great country and a great friend at the top. My friend did a fantastic job. He then looked at Shehbaz Sharif and added, I think Pakistan and India are going to live very nicely together. Right? Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's awkward smile and forced note at the time. He literally tried to process that, did Trump praise PM Modi and taunt me at the same time? India's silent diplomacy flexed everywhere, even without physical presence. But Sharif didn't just stand there. He tried to take control. He jumped in, praised Trump as a man of peace, talked Nobel Prize nominations again, basically tried to make it about Pakistan and claimed Trump prevented a possible India-Pakistan nuclear conflict. Meanwhile, everyone was thinking, is he for real? I mean, honestly, it was like watching someone to try dance while everyone was performing choreographed routine. Absolute chaos. And then came the unexpected comedy. US President Donald Trump turned to Italy's Prime Minister Meloni and said, you're beautiful, incredible. I hope that's not sexist. Meloni smiled politely, cameras flashed, audience collectively cringed. At this point, the summit was less about Gaza but more about Trump's reality show life. Behind the cameras, Turkey's Erdogan threatened to walk out if Netanyahu showed up. Some invitations came late, PM Modi skipped, Israel and Hamas didn't attend, and the rest, they were all there. But the motives varied. Some genuinely for peace, some for visibility, and some for political PR. Basically, the summit was 30% policy, but 70% about who's on stage and who's being awkward. And now that I've said there was still 30% policy, let's talk that. The summit was centered around 20-point Gaza peace plan. Ceasefire agreements, hostages released, prisoner swaps, partial Israeli withdrawals, and reconstruction plans for Gaza. They proposed creating the Gaza International Transition Authority, GITA, a temporary body to oversee governance while an Arab-led peacekeeping force helps with security and demilitarization. Alongside that, the International Stabilization Force, ISF, would train local police and maintain security, basically setting up a new framework for Gaza's governance without sparking another war. Through all the awkward smiles, photo ops, and grandstanding, India stayed calm. We didn't shout, we didn't do any drama. Our envoy stayed poised, held bilateral meetings, and still, India's presence was felt. Quiet but impactful. All by diplomatic channels. Lesson? That sometimes quiet diplomacy speaks louder than loudest speeches. Yes, Gaza Peace Summit was supposed to be about ending a war. But in reality, it was awkward gestures, smiles, and subtle power flexes. And India, as I said before, proved again that you don't need spotlight to be the story. This is the reality of recent global politics. And watching it unfold like this was honestly entertaining. Keep watching the Central Post for more.